Magandang araw mga ka-Buildrite. Nandito tayo ngayon sa lugar na nirepera natin ng mga concrete spalling at weak concrete. Kung napanood nyo yung previous episode, nagkaroon ng problema yung nirepair natin. So, ditong episode na to, we'll try to show you bakit nagkaroon ng problem at paano naman natin ulit i-repair yung problemang yon. Sa mga hindi nakapanood ng unang episode, what we did here in this room, in this area, is that instead na mag-self-level, we thought na mas mura to use a grinder before applying the floor coating. So, what happened here was, yung in-apply namin ng grinder, yung floor, nagkaroon ng spalling, yung weak na concrete. So, nagkaroon ng uka, nagkaroon ng delamination, at na-chip off yung mga ibang concrete, no? So, what we did is that we repaired it with bonding agent and then a patch H and then using a self-level para maging pantay yung floor natin para we can apply the floor coating. No? So unfortunately, what happened is that nagkaroon ng mga delamination pa rin ulit. So medyo lumobo. So kung makikita mo, ito yung mga lumobong areas namin, chinip off na nila to. Ito yung isang na-chip off na concrete, no? So what happened dito, ang nakikita nyo dito sa taas, this is the level up. The dark gray part, this is the patch H. And then, ang makikita mo naman sa likod, kung makikita mo, yung patch H, dumikit sa concrete eh. But yung weak na concrete, there was a cohesion failure, meaning yung old concrete, dun sila naghiwalay. Ang conclusion namin dito, ang nagkamali dito is before nila in-apply ang patch H, dapat ang unang ginawa is tinest natin yung soundness ng concrete, no? Kung magkakaroon pa ng kapak. So, the best way, the crudest way, the cheapest way to check kung meron pang kapak yung concrete is using just a hammer, no? And then, maririnig nyo kung may kapak. But the more technical way or the more scientific way to do it is using a scarifier machine. Since wala kami scarifier machine, ang ginawa namin, we just use a hammer, tinignan namin kung saan may kapak, and then kung saan namin nakita may kapak, yun yung chinip off namin hanggang matanggal namin yung loose concrete, yung weak na concrete, and then that's the time where we will put the bonding agent again, put the patch H again, before we do the self-level. So unfortunately, wala tayong scarifying machine ngayon, but next time we'll try to find a scarifying machine and then show you how to use it para mas tama yung pag-apply natin. Just to share to you, using a scarifying machine, parang may mga ngipin yun, and then makikita mo doon na saan yung mga weak na concrete. No? Doon sa mga weak na concrete, that's where you try to chip off hanggang makuha natin yung pinakamatigas na konkreto before we try to repair. Alright, so ngayon dito tignan natin, hinahanap po kung saan pa may kapak para malaman natin. Okay, so ito wala. Ayan. So ito medyo may hollow, so medyo may kapak dito. So this one, ang gagawin natin, we will try to chip this off again para hindi to maging cause ng repair ulit natin in the future. So use a hammer kung wala tayong scarifier. So this is a very crude way of doing it. The best way still is to have a scarifier machine para ma-check kung saan dito may mga problem. So panoorin natin paano natin i-repair. Yan, nakita nyo na, no? Napakaganda. Pantay na yung ating floor. So, again, before ka mag-floor coating, before you use any sealers, for epoxy or polyurethane, make sure na level ang mga floors. Natural lang talaga yan. Most of the time talaga, napakahirap talaga i-perfect yung maging even yung floor. So, there are two ways para tandaan nyo. Before ka mag-epoxy, tingnan nyo muna kung even yung floor. Kasi pag hindi even floor mo, sayang yung ganda ng epoxy or ng polyurethane mo. Kasi kung uneven siya, makikita mo una. Pangalawa, hindi lalabas yung kintab niya. Two ways para maging even yung floor. One is using self-leveling mortar, level up. And the other one is using a grinder machine. You can use the grinder para maging pantay before you apply your coatings. So hopefully marami kayo natutunan ngayon. Sa susunod ulit, huwag nyo kalimutan mag-like, mag-share, at mag-subscribe. Huwag kalimutan, magtanong para sigurado.